Powerful psychotropics, some not approved for use in young children, others warn they could raise the risk of suicidal tendencies. And yet, every day they are doled out to tens of thousands of foster care kids across America, even infants.
I give them to a 3-year-old.
A 3-year-old?
Yeah.
We spent a year tracking down some of the doctors who prescribe these drugs to foster care children.
You have a minute to talk to us?
Florida doctor Sahel Punjwani is one of the true believers in these medications for kids. He was the doctor assigned to treat 7-year-old Gabriel Myers. Gabriel's father was in jail, his mother addicted to prescription drugs. One day, she passed out in a Denny's parking lot with the engine running, 6-year-old Gabriel in the car. When Florida police found them hours later, they took her to jail, and Gabriel was placed in foster care. During the next months, Gabriel was moved from home to home, therapist to therapist. He started acting out and trashing his room. Dr. Sahel Punjwani became Gabriel's psychiatrist, paid for by the state of Florida. 7 times Gabriel was driven to Dr. Punjwani's office, and often leaving with a changing mix of prescriptions for powerful psychotropic drugs. One prescription even set off alarms at Walgreens Pharmacy, which sent this message to Dr. Punjwani, wanting to know whether Gabriel would be safe taking the drug. Gabriel's behavior got worse. Then, one afternoon, he did the unimaginable.
911, what's your emergency?
The 7-year-old locked himself in the bathroom of his foster home, screaming, "I deserve to die." He stood on the edge of the tub and hung himself with a shower hose. What would drive a 7-year-old to hang himself? Who's more likely to be treated with psychotropic drugs than other children. And a government report that came out this week found that hundreds of these children are on 5 or more of these powerful drugs at the same time.
And is anyone looking out for them?
No. And if you try to speak out and say anything about it, you're basically told to shut up.
This social worker has worked with hundreds of foster children. She asked we protect her identity.
Why do you think they're medicating these children?
It's much easier to medicate a child than it is to pay $200 an hour to a therapist to talk through their problems with them.
Whistleblowers describe an unholy convergence.
Can the states afford to pay for the therapy?
Can they afford not to? Can they afford to have kids who are on all these medications? What's the future going to be for them? These young people have a right to be safe and well cared for. That's the promise the state makes when it takes them out of their homes. And that promise is too often not met.
And today, life is very different for Keontae. Off all the medications, in therapy. He's in some honors classes. And he now has a permanent family to help him heal. He's been adopted. Scott and Carol Cook celebrated with a party.
Now you're part of the family. And no getting out of it. I know.
I had huge bruises and welts and scars from the beatings that I got.
My name is Brooke and I'm 7. These are the meds that I've been taking since I was 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
I was on Depakote, Seroquel, and some other ones I cannot name off the top of my head right now. Some of them were for ADHD. I am not ADHD, I'm just naughty. One was for being bipolar. I am not bipolar at all.
I was 4 whenever I started taking meds. Seroquel XR, Adderall.
Lexapro. This one is Strattera, Risperdal. The last one is Abilify. They made me feel as if I had 1,000 bricks on my head.
I was prescribed 7 or 8 different pills. I gained almost or over 100 pounds.
Just mixing all the medications together, I was just a zombie.
My name is Crystal, I'm 15. I have been in 26 placements. I feel like I have almost disappeared from everybody's point of view. I was put on 3 different medicines when I first went into foster care at age of 6. Ever since then, they've just been piling up more medicine.
The reason why I was so like always mad and upset all the time was because I didn't really have anybody to talk to.
I told my adoptive mom and dad that I want off these meds. They don't make me feel right. You feel like the meds are taking over your whole body. Now that I don't take these pills, I feel free.
Since I'm not taking any more medication, I feel as if I am in control of myself and no one else is. I'm doing very well. I got the honor roll 3 times in a row.
It is not right. You people that are over-medicating the children, you should stop it right now.
What I really want people to know is that you can make it through the process as I have. Even though you're in foster care, you should never give up and always have hope.